There are new fears today around the safety of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant after shelling rocked the facility over the weekend. In London this morning, our Ashley Burke, who has more on the team of UN inspectors going to the plant today to look for damage. What are they saying so far about this, Ashley?
Heather, the head of the UN's nuclear watchdog calls these attacks at the power plant madness. Rafael Grossi said it is extremely disturbing that his agency recorded more than a dozen blasts there over the weekend, including viewing it from some of it from their window. And in a statement, he said, quote, "Whoever is behind this, it must immediately stop. As I have said many times before, you are playing with fire." Now, his organization is monitoring this power plant. It is the largest in Europe. They're going to go there today to assess the damage. And just last week, Grossi had called for urgent measures to prevent a nuclear disaster. Take a listen to what he said last week.
Wherever you sit in this tragic episode of contemporary history, no one can benefit or would benefit from a nuclear accident to be added to the enormous trauma of the war which is ongoing.
Zaporizhzhia's nuclear plant is on the front line of this war. It's in Russian-occupied territory, and right now it's being used by Russia as a military base. Before the war, the power plant supplied Ukraine with 20% of its energy. Now it's mostly idle, but Ukrainian workers are still inside. They are cooling 6 reactors, and if the power goes out, diesel generators kick in, but it's dependent on fuel. Grossi said last week that the plant continues to experience repeated interruptions in the power supply, but this weekend's damage to some buildings, systems, and equipment, there was some. None of it was critical for nuclear safety and security, he said.
Ashley, we know we've been covering here Ukraine's energy infrastructure, how it is almost a constant target for Russian forces, and cities are struggling mightily to get power to homes and businesses, particularly after those massive bombardments last week. Where do things stand with the power supply this morning?
Well, Heather, there have been widespread blackouts that have left millions of Ukrainians without heat, water, and power. And it's all happening as cold temperatures and snow hits the capital and other cities. Russia has been targeting Ukraine's power grid by pummeling power stations and other critical infrastructure from the air. Ukraine's president said that on Sunday alone, there were more than 400 strikes from Russia in the eastern part of the country. Here's what he said the day before that on Saturday.
The most problems with electricity are in the city of Kyiv and Kyiv region, the city of Odessa and Odessa region, the city of Kharkiv and Kharkiv region, Vinnytsia, Ternopil, Cherkasy, Chernihiv, and other regions. Energy workers are doing everything possible to give people a normal life.
So you can hear there just how many regions have been hit. Zelensky's residents in the Kyiv region have been urged to prepare for power outages that may last for days. Heather.
Thank you so much, Ashley Burke in London.